The Rahkshi were iconic. These designs have captivated the community in such an incredible way. Still to this day, over 20 years after these sets first released, people are so inspired by the designs of the Rahkshi that they want to build their own characters based off of how they look. Truly, these are some of the LEGO Group's best original creations. Let's take a look at some of the creativity that these sets have inspired, and sneak a peek at some really nice revamps of the original Rahkshi sets. These LEGO builders in today's video, they have revamped and reimagined every single Rahkshi set that LEGO made, and we're going to take a look at all of them. Starting off strong with a mock built by someone named Borok Karl. This is Vorak, the Rahkshi of Hunger. Here's the original set side by side with this mock. It's worth noting that the mock seems to be taking a little bit more inspiration from the Rahkshi designs that we see in the Mask of Light movie. These designs had a bit more of a, I guess, like streamlined look to them. The armor, the faces, they seem more sharp and sinister, as you can see in these videos here. But the way that that's been replicated on this mock, I think it's exceptional. The sleek look of the face design that's using small Technic panels in black. These pieces actually come in various Star Wars Ultra Build sets. For example, Poe Dameron has some in white on his chest. But you also see these pieces on the backs of a lot of these characters. But yeah, using that piece for a face design is truly amazing. And look at this, it even opens up to reveal the eyes and the crater inside. That's so sick. Now, this is a callback to the Mask of Light movie once again. The crater is represented in a pretty similar way. The face opens up and the crater kind of blares out. The original sets don't really do this though. So, I think it's great to see the mock capturing this idea in a really well executed way. I like this back design quite a lot as well, using some of these lime and black marbled quasar spikes, the same ones that came in this Invasion from Below set. The back is also made up of this large torso armor piece, the same one that we see on Onward G2. Of course, this set has stickers on that piece though. The way that these pieces curve down the back and also flow into the face, wow, this mock is so stylish and so clean. It's very well made. Our next mock today was built by Anthony Wilson and it's titled Son of Makuta, Darkness. Now, I'm cheating a little bit here, because this one isn't a revamp of one of the original Rahkshi sets. But remember, the Rahkshi, they have like 42 different powers. And LEGO only made 7 Rahkshi sets with unique powers that are on this list. So there's all sorts of different powers you can be playing with if you want to build your own custom Rahkshi, exactly like Anthony did. There's just so much room for creativity with these guys. So I thought it was important to spotlight that on a mock that isn't based off one of the sets. Hopefully it'll give you some ideas to make your own custom Rahkshi. Anyway, look at this mock. This thing looks fresh out of a nightmare. This horrific maw of teeth with spikes everywhere, it's terrifying. And then a tongue that spews out of the mouth and ends with this bloody hand. Ew! Look, as gross as it is, it's weirdly accurate to the movie version of the Rahkshi. As I showed you before, it's pretty similar to how the crater are represented in the movie. This kind of feels like an extension of that. Although, basing it off of this image, I think it's more sort of related to their darkness powers. Either way, it fits a Rahkshi quite nicely and it looks pretty cool. I really love this neck and body, using heaps of these system dish pieces in varying shapes and sizes. It creates a really nice organic look. It also looks so bulbous, like they've got growths all over their body. Like it's swelling a little bit. It's almost a little bit bug-like or lizard-like. And I think that fits right at home with these nightmare vibes. And if they've got darkness powers, I'm sure that extends to different things like shadows and fear. And all of this kind of represents that. The idea of taking the essence of the Rahkshi, but leaning it a little bit more into a horror setting. I don't know, that works way better than I expected. This is incredible. Our next revamp is Kurak, and it's made by Lewis Hammond. So this one's sticking a little bit closer to the original look and feel of the OG set. But Lewis introduces a lot of lovely CCBS armor shells into the design. These pieces complement that Rahkshi headpiece very nicely. And actually, CCBS armor, again, it looks pretty similar to the armor in the Mask of Light movie. Hey, if you haven't watched that movie, go and watch it. You can get a lot of inspiration from it, apparently. But also, if you're revamping one of these sets, I recommend picking up some CCBS armor shells. They fit the design nicely. We can see that the legs here have not 2, not 3, but 4 sections on them. If we strip the armor away and just focus on the frame, we can get a better look at that. The design itself isn't all that complicated. The majority of it is using prefab limbs. But you know, with this many joints, it's going to be incredibly easy to pose this character. And also the kind of zigzag look of these legs, there's something sinister and almost reptilian about that. This staff is also very fun. In fact, it has a play feature on it. You can pull this lever and it allows you to clamp down on the staff or open it up. Very fun. And the other end is a nice Zamisphere launcher. Isn't this cool? Great work, Lewis. Over to Andrew Schaffer, and this is their take on Panrak. What an incredible blend of old pieces and modern pieces. Like this leg design. See how the middle section is using these silver armor pieces that appeared on the torso of the Protector of Fire, and a few other sets too. The way that this flows into those brown foot pieces on the upper legs, it's so seamless and it's so pretty. We got some more CCBS armor on the lower arms, looking like some nice vambrasses. This whole mock is just really well armored. The original designs are a little bit more slim and sleek, like a snake. But giving this snake a bit of armor, buffing them up, making it look like they've hit the gym, I like it. Oh, but I really like this brown Liwanuva mask that's on the torso. Placing that there upside down, that's a great way to armor things up that little bit more. I love it when masks are used as, well, not a mask. This looks epic. Chuck Nothel gives us a revamp of the Rahkshi of Heat Vision. Hey, you know, this does count as an original Rahkshi set. Remember, we got a Rahkshi in the final wave of Bionicle G1, the Stars series. Now, Rahkshi often have a kind of lizard or reptilian or kind of snake-like design to them. So making the neck look a little bit longer to mimic, I guess, longer-necked lizards or even snakes, I think it's interesting. This very dense armor on the torso is also quite nice. I tell you man, CCBS armor shells, they look good on Rahkshi. So does a tail as well. Yeah, the original sets didn't really have tails, but I think they look good. Maybe you could add one to your Rahkshi. Or don't, I don't know, do what you want. Over to a Jock mock, Jockson has built the Son of Makuta Disintegration. Look at that back design. A nice line of CCBS shells with silver weapons on top. What a stunning way of recreating the spine that we see on the original Rahkshi sets. You could easily recreate this look and place other minifigure swords and weapons inside. You could also recreate this in a variety of different colors too. So many possibilities. I mean, going back to that weapon thing for the spines, you could probably put, I don't know, minifigure chainsaws on the back. You could use minifigure katanas up here. You could even put, I don't know, ice cream cones on top. Make yourself a Rahkshi of vanilla ice cream. Why not? The color distribution I think is also rather nice. Making black essentially the primary color and just adding small hints of blue onto the feet and the hands. And then we got a lot more blue, but it's all really concentrated on the very top of the mock, the head and the back. There's something so sleek about that. It's just so polished and so pretty. Also these legs. Look at the way that they curve and then that big old gap in the middle. This section looks so interesting and so unique. These legs even come together to put the Rahkshi into flight mode. Yes, the Rahkshi could enter flight mode. It was an odd choice, but it was a thing. You can see it in action in some of these clips right here. Silly, but kinda cool. I remember being a kid and seeing that in the movies and commercials and stuff, and I was like, whoa? Muhammad Mari brings us their own take on Lirak, the green Rahkshi. Although, I guess this is more of a lime Rahkshi. Honestly, I like the choice of changing up the color. Sure, it's different to the original, but so what? It just looks a little bit more new and exciting. And it allows the builder to play with all sorts of new pieces. I mean, using Scorpio's face, the one that comes on this set, and using it to recreate a Rahkshi's head. It's kinda cool. Just above the head, it's a little bit more tucked in, but you can see Speeder Demon's mask integrated into the spine. If you're not familiar with the mask, it's the one that comes on this set here, Speeder Demon. But yeah, the shaping of this is awesome. The nice hunch that it helps create, I think it's top notch. And I mean, that's also just a very clever part use. I said before I like seeing masks not used as masks. This makes me happy. Another clever part use is the use of a lower leg prefab limb piece. This is the same one that comes on Kopaka Fantoka. Now, they look pretty good here on the thighs. I like how they've placed a different limb piece on the bottom of that part, and that's actually what connects the leg into the waist. This then leaves a ball joint exposed on top that they can place that lime CCBS shell onto. This is just great. Good thinking to combine two different limb pieces together to create a design that's a little bit more customizable. Oh, but of course we also have that limb piece on the waist. two fantastic part uses right here. Simply stunning. Blackarat Blue is our last builder, and they have revamped Turak. Nice to see a Rahkshi in dark red. Yeah, remember, there were all kinds of sets out there that gave us Rahkshi heads and spines in brand new colors, which is such a blessing because it opens up so many doors for other custom designs. Oh yeah, if you're curious, by the way, this is the set that came with a dark red Rahkshi head. I always thought they looked like they were dancing in this photo. Anyway, my favorite detail here is this yellow highlight on the torso, and how it kind of stems out of the back into a tail. I like to think that this is the crater, only it's much bigger, and you can see it kind of poking through the Rahkshi's entire body. Isn't that a fun idea? Doing something like this, it allows you to bring in a whole new color to the mock. Because sure, if this was just purely dark red and dark gray, it would look nice. But that pop of yellow, ooh, it does something special. And plus, this is just a really creative way of expanding upon the idea of the crater that are inside the Rahkshi. This black fire staff is also sick. A lot to love about this, and a lot to love about all these Rahkshi in today's episode. If you liked the mocks that you saw today, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below. If you want to check out more from these builders, you can see all of their work right there. These Rahkshi revamps were so cool. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, happy building, and bye for now.